There's an awful lot of confusion in the fishing world about lead heads. I mean, they're all over the place, in all sorts of different sizes and shapes, and essentially, they gotta share one common characteristic they all do. They're made for soft plastics. Now, to help explain some of that, I got one of the best in the business, Greg Zeller, the owner of Bite Me Tackle, gonna break down what they're used for. So, Greg, let's start with this thing. This is for swim baits, okay? Now, so for a swim bait, let me explain something. Let me show you how this thing works. All right, got a typical Loch Ness Lures Nessie swim bait. Gonna rig it straight through like this. Now, you tell me, Greg, if I'm doing anything wrong. It's real important that you keep it, that you put it on straight, so I'm gonna pull it straight. But here's what I really want to point out. Look at those ridges. You've done something magnificent here. Show you how. So I'm gonna pull that all the way up there. Now, Greg, do me a favor. Hold on the tail of that swim bait.
You're gonna rip the tail off before you rip the bait off the body.
How much money I'm gonna save with these? Because his lead heads cost next to nothing for the investment, but the swim baits cost a couple dollars. So what do you call this one?
This here's the Buster. It's from 3/16 sub all the way up to 3/4 ounce in your standard weights. They all have the ribbed barb keeper system on them to help hold the soft plastics in place without ripping. You know, a lot of times you'll have a lead barb or a wire keeper on a swim bait, and over time it tears, but with the barb system you can again and again catch fish on it, and you can even take it off and still reuse it again later. So
and yeah, now you see the eye on that one's beautiful. That tells you that one's missing, tells you there was a fish that liked this thing. But when you're on ultra clear water like we were fishing today, if you didn't watch that video with Greg, Day on the Lake, Hunter Fish, Bass with Bus, you gotta click on that link showing up right now. But that's, I mean, something small like an eyeball, I call it eyeball because that's how Andy Buzz talks, can make a big difference. My viewers know that the tube and I have a very special relationship. We're pretty close, and Greg's getting a little creeped out by how much I love the tubes here, but he's got a couple of options here. That's your standard, right?
Yep, so you got a standard here. This is the 300S, and what's special about the 300S is the hook. The hook on the 300S is a Sproat bend, so everything's Gamakatsu, and it allows for a good hookup. Andy's going to demonstrate how it works, how simple it is.
You've seen this on a few of my videos before, how I wet the tube there so it slides right up, poke the eyelet right through there, and there you go. And you've seen me throwing tubes like this 100 times before on the videos, but there are options here.
Next you have the Big Dude, which everyone's heard of it. Maybe not everyone's fished it, but it's a bait everyone needs to try. Or people refer to it as the bowling ball. So realistically, you have a bigger tube head here. It's more of a goby shaped head, all the way from a 3/8, half, and 3/4 ounce. And the purpose of that is to get a heavier profile on. Sometimes you want to keep it on the bottom, but also when you're up and around the Great Lakes, you get to have the confidence you're looking for a goby style bait.
Now I want to show off what that does here. So let's see. You got this tube here. Let me. You don't mind if I I do my thing here. I get all wet. I'm gonna shove that, which there's definitely a little more resistance, so it definitely helps to lick it. Do the exact same thing, but look at the head. Now look at this one. So there's a significant difference between the two. A complete different look, believe it or not, actually gives a different action to the tube. This is definitely going to lie more horizontal on the bottom. This is actually going to bring those tentacles up a little bit more as you work it along the bottom. But I love tubes, and when I was on the Mississippi River, I learned real hard the stupid tube method here. I'm gonna get this one off here. How it's different from this one, right?
Yes.
See how well you see it? It's the gap of the hook.
And also the eyelet.
This is important for the stupid tube and the eyelet, he points out. Look how it's different here. I'm gonna let you demonstrate.
Okay.
Oops.
A couple different ways you can do it. You can force it to make it work, or the best way to do it, take the point right in the end tube, take it probably give or take 7/8 the way, point it out, pull it up, then you'll want to pivot it where you can feel the head and the eyelet. You'll poke the eyelet through. you could put however you want to put the point through, but personally I pinch it just so I know I'm getting more of a center fold on it. Bring a little slack up in it, and then you pull it through the other side like so. So there what you have is a weedless version of a tubing fishing around weeds. Not necessarily, you know, it's considered weedless, however it's great for skipping docks with, fishing wood with, just so you get minimal snags with it. And there's the outcome of what it looks like. Fish grabs it, you have the gap there to help keep, so you get the point of the hook onto them as well in the hook set.
You know I'm aggressive, I'm a little violent, and you know I love the Monkey Punch, the Loch Ness Lures, and the Monkey Punch has a new affinity here. So, which would be this sucker. Beautiful, and you gotta help me out here, Greg. Will you call this the
shaky ball?
Shaky ball, all right. So may I
Absolutely.
show how I do this thing? Because I love the Monkey Punch here.
The shaky ball comes as the standard 3/0 Sproat Bend 60-degree Gamakatsu. Also have a 2/0 version of that called the Finesse Shaky Ball.
Now before I tighten it up, I want you to see that keeper, the way it's going to keep my Monkey Punch on there. Monkey Punches are soft plastic, but that, and what I'll actually do, I'll pinch it down, so now that little lead head's actually sticking out there. And Greg, do me a favor and pull on that again. So I'm saying, saves me buco bucks. And that's how I work my Monkey Punch with that bait there. Now, hey, I normally like a 1/4 ounce, but 3/16 or an 1/8 has come in handy on many occasions as well. The thing is, you can use this lead head on any kind of soft plastic. We're talking about hula grubs, grubs. I suspect you got 100 different baits that you know people use it for.
Anything.
Essentially anything. And back to that shaky head, or sticking to it.
So, you know, shaky head, most rig banks put a finesse worm or trick worm on it of some sort. So, simple rigging, but a tip also for it. Just come through with it, and don't just twist the worm around and cram it up on there. Come up on the side of it. And what you're doing there is you're not creating the channel for it to be able to pull back off the keeper. So when you put it on sideways, you twist it around, and then you hook it however you like to hook it into the worm. And reality, what that does is it keeps the bait on longer. You know, you get maybe a couple extra fish out of it. Just try to be efficient as possible.
Love that vocabulary of creating that channel. I never really thought of it that way, but that's 100% right. Twist that way, and now it's going to be less resistant of getting pulled off by a finicky fish. Awesome. Hear a lot of talk about the Ned head. Here's what you want to use. Now, Greg, I don't know what you call it besides the Ned rig.
It's called the Jackpot.
Jackpot. Like it.
And it has, what puts it over the top from all the others, it has a little wider bait keeper on it to help pull the bait on a lot better. You know, a lot of times they'll pull off easy. And also, everything is a Gamakatsu hook. That's on that one, that's an 1/8 ounce 1/0 sturdy hook.
And that's how you work a Ned rig. And that's going to keep the bait up like this. So there's a couple minutes on using lead heads. Next time you go to Bass Pro Shops or any tackle store, now you got a little education. I get these Bite and Bean tackle from a Clear H2O in Edwardsburg, Michigan, which you can order online, but I know they're all over the place.
They are.
Greg, and I know you got a website. You can order them from your website. Is that correct?
Absolutely. BiteMeTackle.net.
And that link, if you didn't catch that, it's right here on the screen, and it's in the description as well as all the names. Everything we just did here is going to be in the description. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, we'll see you on the water.